Hey guys, thanks so much for stopping in. I sure appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about the palettes I intend to use this winter. So we're talking December and January. I have about 10 palettes here and a small handful of supplemental palettes. So let's just get rolling. Okay guys, these are in absolutely no particular order. These are just the ones that I've grabbed that I have intentions of using throughout November. November's over, holy cow. Through December and January. Some are holiday style palettes, some are just cool tone palettes. You know, it's just what I feel. For me, December and January is kind of like the gold and the greens and the silvers and the cool tones. So I'm feeling like the glam style palettes. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump into this first one. It's the biggest one I have for this selection, and that is the Stone Cold Fox by Colourpop. How could you not dig into this during cool tone season, right? So my palette's on the messy side. I try to keep this girl clean. She just doesn't like to be clean. But we've got every color you could possibly imagine in this palette. Of course, I mean, even though it's Stone Cold Fox, I still feel like there's some warmer tones like right in here. But little side note for this, if you've been eyeing the Natasha Denona Mini, the small, the 5pan Xenon palette, I just wanted it for that silver shade. I didn't think I had that exact silver. This shade right here, this Magnetic Moon, exact dupe color-wise. I can't attest to the formula. I do have a lot of Natasha Denona palettes, so I feel like I have a good grasp of her formula. But this right here, shade-wise, exact dupe. Just FYI, in case you're just curious. But coming back to this. So Colourpop Stone Cold Fox, this one's a great one to use during the winter season in my opinion, and you just have such a variety. You could go pink, you could go more of a neutral brown, you definitely have your cooler tones, you've got a matte black, you've got some whites and some creams. It's just too perfect for this time of year. Staying with Colourpop here, I've already done a review on all these, so I'm not going to really talk about them. I have kept them in their little packages, even though I've already used them, because the packages are so festive and so cute. So after I use them next, they will, of course, come out of their package and stay that way. But I just thought it would add to the aesthetic of the Christmas decor. But I do have the 3 holiday kits that Colourpop put out this year. I have Jolly Vibes, Sweater Weather, and Naughty List. And again, I've done reviews on those, so I'm not going to talk about them, but holiday kits, holiday season. This one's also been reviewed on my channel, so I won't spend a lot of time on it. It's the Sigma Beauty and the Beast mini palette. I can't seem to put this one away. I keep pulling it out and using it. What I really like about it though, for me, it's elegance. It's simple glam. To me, it's very winter-esque because you've got a deep navy blue, you've got a couple like really light yellow and gold shades, you've got your beautiful shimmers, it's neutral. It's just, for me, it's like holiday glam. So this one will stay out in this rotation as well. Another one you've seen already a couple times in my rotation, this is the ABH Rose Metals palette. I'm not ready to put this away yet. I used this throughout the fall. I still feel like I can continue using this through at least December, maybe even January, because these like mauve-y, purpley tones can get you through. And I still want an occasional touch of, I still want to dip into some, this lip gloss I'm trying, it's sticky. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, that was gross, but like I needed to clean that up. It's kind of like sticky and gummy. We'll get into it in another video. But coming back to Rose Metals here, I just feel like, especially with this Heavenly shade, this Haze shade, Nova, I just feel like I can still get some use out of that half of the palette, and I still have the warm pops if I decide that I'm done with the cool tones. So this will follow me into December. This one is technically discontinued, but they do now have a mini version of it. It's the ABH Sultry palette. This is a classic. It has to come out during the season. Like, how can you not? I just think it is so, so pretty. It comes back to that, like, same thing with the Sigma Beauty and the Beast, that classic, elegant, just, you know, it's stunning. I mean, you've got a couple warm pops in here, of course, but it's those, like, neutral silvers and browns and rosy tones. It's just holiday glam. This one will be out with me for the next couple of months. And this is the one that I have on my eyes today. A classic Natasha Denona Glam palette. So this is what I am wearing today. I just went real super simple. I did the crease shade in the crease. The lash line is my outer corner color. And then I have a combination of this outer eyelid color. These shade names, I tell you. And the center eyelid. So I have a combination of these two right here on my lid. And then I popped a little bit of the inner corner shade, a little bit on the inner corner, and then ran this along my lower lash line. I'm glad she didn't stick with this style of names for palettes because that just makes me giggle. But to me, again, another just classic holiday glam. I do love using this year round, but this, like, I gravitate toward it pretty significantly during the holiday season. I love that you got a little bit of your warmer golds, but it's, you know, it's a really neutral palette. It's a really neutral palette. It's just glam. And last but not least, for my basic rotation, this is an absolute brand new to me palette. And my very first from Odens Eye, it is the SnowDream palette. I haven't even swatched this yet. I've only had it here for a couple of days. Like, it still has the little plastic piece on it because I'm trying to keep it a little pristine as possible here. But so there we go. This color story speaks to me so much. Like, I absolutely love this color story. I know that it's been reviewed as a fairly light palette. There's not a lot of deepening shades, which to me is usually a break it. But in the holiday season, I can get away with lighter looks, not as deep, you know, outer corner colors. So it doesn't bother me too bad. But like, I am just dying to use the green and red together with a pop of this gold and maybe the white. It's just so holiday-esque to me. I just absolutely love this. I will do either a dedicated video or a short on this palette when I'm ready to dig into it. But it's coming in the next few days. I'm just super, super excited to have this in my collection. Okay, and so that's like the bulk of the palettes that I intend to use for December and January. I do have some supplemental palettes here. And by supplemental, I just mean that I get bored with palettes really, really fast, which is why I have so many. It's also just kind of like a fun hobby. I don't know. Can you have an eyeshadow addiction? I think you can, because I definitely do. But here are some palettes that, like, if I'm starting to get bored with this deck that I have over here, that I will pull into or dip into, and they just kind of fit in with the theme that I have, the thing I'm feeling. Now, this is a major throwback. This is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I know you don't necessarily think winter when you pull this out, but here's the thing with this one. Does anyone else have a palette that just makes your heart flutter every time you open it? That's this one for me. So I can divvy up this palette like right in half. Well, a little more than half. But if you cover up this side and just use these right here, this little 9 pan, to me that's summer. Summer vibes all day, every day. But if you take this half, this 9 pan in this middle strip right here, so 12 pan? Lord, 12 pan. But so, like, staying focused in these blues here, which I do wear a little bit of blue here in the winter, but sticking like in the greens and the golds, like this Wanderlust and Smog shade right here, these two, they are so beautiful together. It's a very soft gold. It's a beautiful foresty green. Those two together, I can make the prettiest look. I do it every Christmas Eve and every Christmas Day. That might change this year now that I've got the SnowDream palette. I'll decide after I play with that one to let you guys know. And then you've got your neutral like crease shades. You've got a, you know, like this pop of pink right here if you want to kind of spice things up. And then you've got some purples in here. I love this 9/12 if you want to pull these in palette, you know, if you break it in half or whatever. But I just absolutely love using this half of the palette this time of year. But I just don't like being committed to it because the formula is starting to slip a little. It is getting old. I always check it before I use it to make sure I don't have anything funky going on in there. Everything's fine, but I have noticed that the formula is starting to slip a little bit, so I don't like to commit myself to this out of my 10 palettes that I use for the next 2 months, but I do like having that option, so this is why it's a supplemental palette. Here's another one that gives me some beautiful soft looks this time of year. This is the Vintage Rose by Morphe. I really like using this one this time of year. This shimmer right here is stunning. It's breathtaking in my opinion, but it's more like a pinky mauve-y color story. It's very gentle, very subtle. And when I'm kind of burning out on the cool tones, you know, I just need something else to go into. I really like dipping into this one because it still creates holiday-esque vibes without having the same color tones as all these other palettes. Because those other tones, there's a lot of silvers, there's a lot of grays, there's some pinks, there's purples. So this just gives me just a little bit something different. This one is the Lights Off from WetnWild. I hate the packaging. But this is just a beautiful little pan here. I do like this green. I don't like it as a deepening shade because it does tend to get a little patchy as I'm blending it out. So I like it as a nice crease shade and just keeping it nice and sheer. But these other darker shades right here, they definitely are great at darkening. They're not too patchy for me. This shade is so fun right here. It's like a silvery blue. It's more of like my style blues that I prefer to wear outside of like a dark navy. I do have a little bit of hard pan in this shade right here. I don't know if maybe that was like user error or if it's just the formula. Another one that I haven't really used much of yet is this Pat McGrath. Let's see, which one is this called? This is the Celestial Nirvana Bronze Bliss palette. This was a tjmaxx find. I think this is going to be great for this time of year. This is the only matte shade right here, this black. These are all shimmers, so I think this is going to pair really nicely. You know, just as a little extra holiday glam. And I like that they're more bronzy toned. I guess that's why it's called Bronze Bliss. Hello. But I do like that it's a little more bronzy toned. It's more my jam. I prefer bronzes over silvers, but it'll be a nice addition, a nice companion palette to. This is the NARS, let's see. This is the NARS Suede Voyager palette. This was in my fall rotation and I never touched it. I want to use this so bad. I don't know why I won't pick it up and use it. I don't know. So I am forcing myself to use it this December at least twice. That is my goal because I have a declutter coming up. I want to like reevaluate my collection, but I really want to use this. I don't know why I can't do it. I just keep bypassing it. But I think this is going to be great for this time of year because I've got a gold shimmer, I've got a pink shimmer, I've got a deeper bronzy shimmer, I've got a deepening shade, I've got a nice inner corner shade and a crease shade. There's zero reason for me to not use this. Every shade that I could need is in this. I just need to do it. So I'm forcing myself to use it this rotation, but I'm just not putting it in the top 10 because, like I said, even though I keep trying to use it, I don't know why. Maybe I'll use that one tomorrow. We'll see. This is the Milani Gilded Mini in Call Me Old Fashioned. I've only used this like twice. Now I love the all matte version in the Whiskey Business. That one's fantastic. The shimmers in this one are to be desired. They leave something to be desired. They're okay. They're not terrible. If you can't, I think I'm just spoiled by my higher end palettes with shimmers like Natasha Denona shimmers and, you know, and these Pat McGrath shimmers. But this is, I mean, it's a nice, beautiful color story. It's very neutral, but it can be definitely holiday glam because you've got the silvers, you've got some bronzes, you've got some nice browns and whites in here. It's pretty, but I just don't want to commit myself to it because, again, I have my 10 in my rotation, but it is an option if I'm bored. I have something to try. And last but not least is I always like to have a couple affordable options in here. And this is the e.l.f. Bite Size in Truffles. So this one to me, again, it's that same kind of concept, you guys. It's the silver shimmer, a deep navy. Is this navy? Every time I swatch it, I can't decide if it's black or navy. I'm going with navy today. And then you've got your nice neutral tones. It's something really quick and easy if I'm running out the door, but I need holiday glam and I'm like on the struggle bus to create a look or I don't have any time. So it's a great, easy, affordable option. But yeah, so quick overview of my December, January. What month is this? Holy moly. I think I just give up. I give up. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you hanging out and I will see you next time. Bye.